Hello everyone, it's Charlotte. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Index Card Friday. Before we get started, I just wanted to clarify something. When I was showing my Angel Dream Crafts design team group, and the name of that is Angel Dream Crafts Kim, I had shown these adorable charms that I had gotten, the little teacup with the heart inside and the teapot, and then if you'll recall, I didn't know what this was. And Kathy left me a comment and said, it's a tea bag. And she's right, because right on there it says tea. I don't know if you can see that, but yes it does. It says tea, so it's a little tea bag, and that makes all the sense in the world. You have a cup and saucer, you've got a teapot, and you have a tea bag. So I don't know where my head was, but I just wanted to clarify that because I think that's the cutest thing ever. Cute, 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 and I can't wait to use it. But let's get back to why we are here. This is what I came up with. It is it's a little booklet, and I used a hole punch and ribbon to bind it together. It's got a butterfly on the top. This is really, really pretty cardstock, and it has a tab. And then inside here is an index card, and I just happened to get my dirty, grubby fingers on there. It's got a couple pages of coffee tea dyed paper, and then another index card because it is an index card project. More paper, another index card, and more paper, and an index card, and there is the back. So I just thought, yeah, it's pretty cute. It is pretty cute. I think I might take some glossy accents and go over this butterfly so it's got some sheen to it, but it takes a really long time to dry. So I'll do that afterwards, but this is what we're going to create. So we are going to start out with a 3x5 piece of cardstock for the covers. So we need a front and a back, and let's see what will be our front and what will be our back. Make sure that I've got the writing going the right way. Is this upside down? Okay, so this way. So I think the front's going to be with the double roses. Let's see. I kind of like, we can put the butterfly there. So I think the front is going to be this here. And so I think I will have the index card like that for the front, and this will be the back, and the index card will be, so it will go this way and open up this way. Okay, so first thing we need to do is glue these down. So let's get our glue stick. And glue these down. And if you wanted to, an alternative is that you could, if you want the same look, you could stitch around your edges. That would be really cute. If you like rings instead of the ribbon, you could use metal rings. I thought about, that was the first thought that came into my mind, was metal rings, but then of course I had to think about the mail. So metal rings were not going to happen because that would not work in an envelope. me get a wipe here because I have glue all over me. Easy to do. And how I could be so off is just, that's always amazing. And the one thing about the glue stick is you have a little bit of wiggle room. Not a lot, but a little bit. But I'm not off enough that I'm going to let it bother me. We are going to be good with this tiny bit here. I might go ahead and trim that because I'm not using we're not distressing. So I'm going to put that where it's going to be underneath this so it lays a little bit flat as it dries, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Only hopefully, I absolutely love this glue stick by Avery because it's soft. But because it is soft, it has a tendency to clump or get caught on the edges because it is so soft. But it takes a little bit more time to dry. I really like all the glue sticks, but the Avery I think has become my favorite. Let's see if I can do a little bit better job on this one. See where we are. And yes, we're gonna have to trim just a little bit, but that's okay. I can feel glue. Okay, I think we're good. We are good, and I don't think we need that anymore. So what I went ahead and did is I took, so these are gonna go just like this. So there's our front and our back. So it will, this will open up this way. Is that right? Boy, what is my problem? Yes. So on mine, I had the two red lines in the center, but it isn't going to matter. I think I did. I think I had the two red lines. You don't even see them. So that one's in the center. So is this one, but it doesn't matter because they don't open up together. You're not going to be able to tell. But now what we need to do is we need to punch our holes. And so we need to find the center, and we want our holes on the left side. So let's find the center. We know it's 5 inches, so we know the center of 5 inches is going to be 2.5. So I think I'm going to do the back first because I am going to use the red line as a guide. I'm looking at this thinking I have no red line on either side as a guide, do I? Yes, this should be a guide right here. And it is. Oh, get your brain going, girl. Get your brain going. All right, it's just easier to get them all the same place if I have a guide. So here is my, let's see, 2.5, and I am going to go probably in, I'm gonna guess that might be 1/4 of an inch, and then half of the 2.5 from the edge is going to be 1 1/4. So I'm going to make a mark at the 1 1/4 and the same on the right side. Now, when I did this, I noticed that my marks or more towards the center, you might want your hole to be up closer to the top and closer to the bottom, and then one right in the center of that. So this is going to really depend on what you like. That is going to be your preference. So you're going to have to decide what you want to do about that. But this is how it looks, and I think it looks good, and it doesn't flop around, so I think we're good to go. So this is really going to be our pattern, and I took the catch-all from the bottom of my hole punch so I could see and not guess, and I am going to use the hole punch. You could, if you want, use the Crop-A-Dile, but I did want larger holes. Depends on the ribbon too. My ribbon is I think this is 1/8 of an inch ribbon that I used, so there is a little bit of leeway. And then it is up to you if you want to use reinforcers. I did not, but you can. So once we have that established, we're going to go ahead and get the placement of our holes on our cover, and I just want to keep making sure that everything is right side up and where it should be. So I am just going to mark, and we're going to do the same thing. So it's going to take a little bit of time because we're going to have to put holes in everything. And I'm going to just double check, sorry for banging that, and just make sure that everything is going to match up, and it does. So this is our front. So using the front, I am going to, I took 3 pieces of scratch paper and went ahead and measured them out. A little bit less than 6 this way. You can see here, it's a little bit less. It's like 5 3/4 wide, and then the height I went just a little bit, or yes, a little bit less than 6. What did I do? 2, 4. I did 5 inches high because our index card is 5 inches. So hopefully that makes sense, but it is just a little bit shy of that. So I want to get it as centered as I can. And then we're going to mark our holes. And we're going to do that with these 3 pieces of paper and with 2 index cards. And I did have these folded. You can have single sheets if you like. You don't have to have them folded. That is strictly up to you. So this is going to take just a few minutes to do. So here is one. And then we have an index card. That will be next. And I'm going to mark that. I could take my hole punch and just try and doing another hole right through here. I've tried that before, and you would be surprised how many times I mess up the first hole. So that doesn't really work for me. This for me is a much better way of doing things. So if it works for you, then by all means, whatever is the easiest way to do it, you do it that way. So first we're going to have this and then this, and then we're going to have, I ended up with a smaller piece of paper just so that I could use the whole sheet, and so that's going to come next. We're going to mark that. I think this is just a cute little project. It has the ribbons that make it dainty, and I like that. You definitely, if you're using the larger hole punch like I am, you definitely could use larger ribbons, and you also could, if you wanted to, use seam binding. That would work. So we've just got this and one more to put together, and then we are going to tie them together. But like I had mentioned, if you want to use rings, you can. Seam binding or any other kind of ribbon will work. All right, we have one more. You also could take your 1/8 of an inch and you could double your ribbon so you have a larger bow. And I'll show you a couple other things that you can do. So last 2 holes here. All right, we are done with that. Let's get this out of here because it'll be sticking to my arm and then we'll be all over the place. So now we're going to put these together. I'm going to line them up. Just like that. Line up the back. And then what I'm going to do is put a little alligator clip on here just to hold them together. Get our ribbon. We are done with our glue. You could put a tag on the back of this if you want with a pocket. That would be really, really cute. I mean, there's just so much more you could do with this idea, but for us and for now, this is what we're doing. So we're just going to thread this through there. And the first time I tied this, I tied it like that, and I had trouble opening it. We need some give. So I went ahead and left it loose, and I did not tie a knot. You could tie a knot. I did not tie the knot just in case I needed to adjust it or if you wanted to add to it. So that is going to be your choice. But I think another pretty ribbon, I had this ribbon here, that would be really, really pretty. So you don't have to have this little 1/8 of an inch satin ribbon. Use whatever you have. Eyelash trim would be really pretty. You could use baker's twine. You could use some kind of upholstery thread. You just want to make sure, and I wouldn't knot it until you know that you have the looseness that you're going to require, because if you tie it in knots and then go back and try to open it and it doesn't open, then you're going to have to struggle to get the knot out, or you're going to have to cut it and start over again. It's not worth it. So yeah, that's why. Just leave some leeway, and you're going to have to be the gauge of what that is going to be, depending upon how many papers you want to put in here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. We're done with these. Get that out of our way. Get this out of our way. And let's see. Oh, I didn't even get that one in there. So there, see what I mean? If I'd had a knot, we would have been in trouble. So here we go. I mean, this is, yeah, it's just, it was a little bit tight. So, that probably was a good accident to have happen because that was just a little bit tight. I'm going to start in the middle and I'm just going to do the one and make sure that we've got everything. So, you know, that's the fun thing about doing kind of a process video, because if it's going to happen, you're going to see it happen and we're going to fix it. So let's make sure that it's all in here, and it is. Yay. I mean, stuff happens to everybody, so we're not going to lose sleep over it. And I have to remind myself, keep it loose. And I am not going to tie these in knots. Whoever wins these can tie these in knots if they want. I am not going to do that. You might want to take this and add a few more pages to it. And so that is going to be your choice. So I'm going to keep them loose, and then we're going to check them and make sure that we can open our book. And I'm not going to trim the tails on these either, so that, I mean, just look, it's so cute. So let's see what we've got. There is our first page. Our index card here is our coffee dyed, our index card, our coffee dyed. We should have another index card and coffee dyed. We do. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. And here is your back. So yeah, really, really cute. And then if you wanted to, looks like here I didn't tie this tight enough. So let's retie this. I really would recommend putting a knot, and maybe when you get your ribbons right the way you like them, a little dab of glue, and they won't open up. But if you wanted to, you could also, let's try it with mine. And then I think I'll send some extra ribbon with that as well. But I was going to say, let's take this and let's see what this will look like if we put another bow on here. Because I think you could add to this if you wanted to. I will just do one, just so that you can see how you can kind of bulk it up. Let's see if we like this. Of course, I put my scissors away. But yeah, you can put more to it if you want. So that's strictly up to you. So yeah, that we need to put our tab on there, and let me cut this just so that I don't forget that this is going to go with it. We need to attach our butterfly. I just felt that the tabs just made it look really, I don't know, kind of, it's just cool with the tabs. So wanted to put a tab on here, and let's see which one we like. I think this one with the white rose we're going to add. I hope everybody has a wonderful Mother's Day. if you celebrate Mother's Day. I don't know what we are doing this Mother's Day. I probably will. I'm taking my mom out tomorrow, and so I probably will definitely see her on Sunday. But I know that it's more for me because she's not going to know really even what Mother's Day is. And so that's where we are. But I know what it is, and I will be seeing my mother Mother's Day. Taking her out tomorrow instead because it really won't matter if she goes out on Sunday or not. So there is that. And then we will have our cute little butterfly here. I cut this butterfly out of the same paper. The die cut is that one, but this one is a little bit more rounded, and look at how pretty that is. So I think we are going to attach the butterfly and I may not put any embossing on this because I might mess it up. There's so many little curves and open spaces that I might just really get it messed up. But I wonder if I've got a little gem that might look cute on this. Let's see what we've got in here. I've got that. We don't want purple. We don't want pink. Do I have a clear one? I may not. That might be what? Yep. Here is a clear one. So let's see. Not so much, but I don't think this looks like, is this the same blue? No, that's a pretty blue. This is kind of an aqua color. Here's a blue. I'll put a blue on mine as well. So yeah, oh my goodness, they're so cute. Guys, these are really cute. I don't know how I thought about them, but oh, really, really cute. So if you get this in the mail and it's been through a lot and your little ribbon is come undone, I'm sure all three won't come undone. So don't panic. Just tie your bow. Look at how cute that is for a little booklet. And if you wanted to, you could hang something off of here, some little gems. You could take these off if you want, put larger ribbons on there. That would be so cute, and I will send that with it. Let's glue this on. And then I never heard, I'm having a heck of a time giving that one envelope away. Never heard, so that is back up for a giveaway. So good luck, everyone. This one was mine. This one is what we created. Let's see what we've got, guys. We've got this envelope here. Let's see if we can give this away. Come on. Good luck. All right. Who do we have here? Mary Crafty 694. Mary Crafty 694. I do not think I have your address. So Mary Crafty, you need to get with me if you want this. Otherwise, next week it goes back up. And this one, do you remember these 4 little gems? This is what is going out the door. Hopefully, hopefully. So, how about Brenda Clark? I'm pretty sure, Brenda, I have your address. So, Brenda, these are yours. And I hope everybody has a fantastic Mother's Day. If you are not a mother, I hope that you celebrate however you want to celebrate Sunday with family members, grandmothers, sisters, mothers, kids, whatever. So just take care. Have a wonderful weekend, irregardless of what you do on Sunday. Stay safe. And thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.